Welcome back to part 3 of my go through of the Wall live performance script version, as it says on here. So over the first 2 parts, we've gone up to the interval, and just to go through this, an announcement should be made low-key to the effect that there will be a brief intermission, and then in the best mercenary tradition of rock and roll, the wholesale flogging of merchandise begins. The wall could be used to project drive-in cinema style animation denoting length of time remaining in the interval and representing graphically some of the items for sale. Hawkers should travel the aisles selling bricks, walled up glasses, articles of clothing, autographs, etc. in the coarsest, most aggressive style. The end of the interval is established by the sounding of a drone and the dimming of house lights. The show second half. House lights are down, a drone in a minor starts, and as the audience settles down, we establish the auditorium as the hotel room through a quad sound picture. Old Pink is slumped in the living room of the suite and the TV is on. The groupie is in the bathroom. She brings him in a glass of water, which he throws against the wall. Then she starts, "That's it. You are a weird man. You're nothing but a big baby." He doesn't reply. She says, "Listen, if you don't tell me, I'm leaving." And she exits, establishing the door of the hotel room, which is at the stage end of the auditorium. Hey You is sung over the top of the wall. Whilst Hey You is being sung, roadies are setting up for the show in front of the wall on the apron. Big piles of speakers, the new drum kit, the Beach Boys and girls get ready for the show must go on. Hey You lyrics. As per the other videos, I'm not going to go through the lyrics. I think we're all pretty familiar with those. The TV goes on and on and on. Old Pink gets up, wanders round, then he starts demolishing the room, finishing up by picking up a TV and throwing it through the window. Heavy glass breakage, and we hear the freeway outside. Old Pink is breathing heavily from the exertion, and over the sound of the breathing, Nobody Home begins. Just the lyrics to Is There Anybody Out There and Nobody Home? We maintain our quad picture of the hotel suite throughout. Old Pink's ramblings on about Vera Lynn, etc. from time to time. There should be banging on the door. Occasionally he may try to make a phone call. Musically, this section is still being unresolved, but it should be very whirly. Lots of spinning music superimposed over the static room picture. Memories coming back, all performed in darkness. So then we have the lyrics for Vera and Bring the Boys Back Home. And then Comfortably Numb. The door gets broken down. The doctor's voice insinuates from the stage. Now we have lit for the very first time and fading up onto the whole wall. It is monochrome and just gets brighter and brighter all the way through the doctor's song. Back to black, but with the auditorium reverting to Old Pink's immediate surroundings. But this time we want to try and create a sense of movement. The back to blackness should really piss the audience off, creating the right kind of tense, aggressive vibes for the show to work against. And then have the lyrics for The Show Must Go On. Over the last chord of The Show Must Go On, the audience chanting Pink Floyd, Pink Floyd fades up, gets very loud, plenty of amp testing noises. The same MC as in the beginning appears, holds up his hands, the chant stops, and in the comparative quiet, he makes the same announcement as he did at the beginning. Maybe the MC should have become weirder visually. The show starts very loud, very brash, very cheap, very theatrical. Set Fleming loose on this bit. The group have now dressed in their surrogate band disguise and have developed shadowy accomplices who also play the music. The idea is split personality. Is Old Pink the real group or the Shadows? Another description could be a drug-induced state of literally being beside oneself. When the leader is harassing the audience, we hit specific people with tight, bright spots. Flash pots on the end of the chorus after "I'd have all of you shot." Then we have the lyrics for the show. Run like hell. Continue in the same vein, though we can help ourselves to using the quad for false audience reaction, more chanting, more getting confused between Hammer, and Pink Floyd. Then we just have the lyrics to Run Like Hell. In the break, before waiting for the worms, the sound of marching feet comes in the quad, in sync with the chanting. This song is treated the same as the show and Run Like Hell, except that in the lines sitting in the bunker, etc., it should be tight spots on whoever is singing those lines. Maybe he could wander away from his shadow. Maybe a large self-animated Union Jack could be projected from the Britannia Rule line on. The Hammer animation should start as the last "Follow the worms" line is sung. This section is now illuminated by a sequence of Nuremberg proportion Hammer rallies. It's worth considering Teutonic architecture as backgrounds. And then just the lyrics for Waiting for the Worms. Stop. Animation fades. This little song is sung from behind a real barred window high up in the wall. And then the trial lyrics. The animation on the trial scene should open on the cell door, opening to reveal the Hammer jailers who have come to take us to the trial. The trial will all be on tape except for the fuzz guitars over the judgment. So Mick and Bill, you don't have to worry about lip sync, yeah? Anyway, it all goes Divvy Brook Bond, mad scarf running the full gamble of life on earth as we know it. Could be subtitled, A Day in the Life of Hildegard, the Worm Crusher. Den die Wall comes crushing down and crushes everyone. Never mind the stains. And that's it. And we just have a Wall perform live, which was the used as the 1980, I think it was, concert program. But yeah, that gives you an idea of what Roger had in mind and Graham's challenge, if you like, to try and understand that. But that's the end of part 3. Hopefully you've seen the first 2 for this to make sense. Any comments? I welcome your questions and look forward to more content coming soon.